Wagwan, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dreycosting. If it's the first time here, what we do over here is to analyze the financial market, like chop it up in pieces, so each and everyone can understand. Today, we're going to analyze Home Depot financial statement as well as the charts. As you know, the earnings report just came out. But before we jump into it, quick disclaimer. Alright, Home Depot. For those who don't know who Home Depot is, that's really bad. So basically, Home Depot is the world's largest home improvement retailer, right? So they just released their third quarter earnings report. I'm just going to jump straight into it. It's really a very simple report, right? So watch me now. So basically, they're saying they have seen an increase when compared to the third quarter of last year of 6.3 billion or 23.2%. So that's good, right? So there's a lot of good things happening in this report. So let's hold on, right? So let's start with the consolidated income and expense, right? So net sales, well, I'm going to look at the 9-month comparison and not the 3-month comparison. So third quarter, so I'm looking at year to date, right? You get that? So net sales, we see an 18.2% increase when compared to 2019 as at the third quarter. And what I like here is how they have managed to control their cost of sale as well in comparison to the previous third quarter. That is not too bad, and the gross profits. So it's a lot of good stuff at Home Depot, and I just expect good things for the stock price. Selling general and administrative expense. This right here, I believe that they need to find a way to manage this a little better. I don't know what's the reason why they didn't manage this really nice, but however, it has been an increase in expense of 22.3% in comparison to November 3rd, right, of 2019 last year. So looking down at the operating income, 14% increase. So just imagine if they can control this cost right here, then their operating income, right, their operating income would be far more than this 14% increase. Just think about it, they could just manage about. But so far, Home Depot have been doing really good. They're not doing bad. Their interest expense has increased. That shows that they have taken out additional loans, right, in order to keep the company afloat. But I would say that they have done really well in Corona, and you're going to see as I go through. Net earnings, not too bad, an increase of 14.2% in comparison to the previous period. But also, look at this, earnings per share has also increased in comparison to the prior period. So that's a lot of positive sign for Home Depot. Let's continue. The same thing as the previous financial statement I've discussed. Everyone is being smart right now and holding cash, because right now you know that the stock market is not 100% steady as yet. So what Home Depot is doing is holding their cash. As I said, the companies are not going to act like they're traders. They're going to act more like long-term traders. So they're going to tend to hold cash, right, instead of investing. If you look right here, they're holding a lot of cash in comparison to the previous period. Inventory maintenance is roughly the same. So that's not too bad, right? Accounts payables, as I explained before, their payables have somewhat increased, but they have seemed to manage their debt really properly. And I'm really impressed by the financial statement of Home Depot that they released for the third quarter. So slight increase in comparison to the prior period, but not too bad overall. This is their current debt installment in comparison to the prior period of 1.8, and this is their long-term debt for current installment. So let's look at it. As I said, that the interest has increased. So from the interest increase, you know that the debt must have been increased. Does that make any sense? Watch me now. Scroll down here. So I'm just going through very quickly. Capital expenditure, right? So we're now looking at the cash flows, capital expenditure. They have increased capital expenditure by 1.5, right? So you know, once capital expenditure increased, what management is doing is to invest in assets in order to get return from those assets in order to generate future cash flows, right? So also they are repaying their debts really well. So in comparison to the previous period, they have been paying off more debt. In comparison to that, they have been paying off more debt. But so far the company has been doing really well as at the third quarter, and I'm really impressed. But what I'm most impressed about is this cash payout of dividend. So this is at the third quarter of the prior year, and for this year they have paid out more dividend as at the third quarter of this year. So I'm really impressed by that. Therefore, shareholders are actually getting value for their money. All right, let's move on to the chart. Home Depot chart. Watch me now. Just like every other chart, right, in the stock market, when Corona hit heavily in March, it made this huge dip right here, right? However, Home Depot managed to rally all the way from March back up here to 291. So it dipped all the way down here. So let's see where it dipped to. Dip all the way down here to 143.27, and it managed to rally all the way up at 291.27. So that's a really good recovery of the stock price. Price is in this uptrend right here, but when it went up in this uptrend, let's pay attention to right here. All right, let's pay attention to right here. This area right here, let me use a different marker. All right, this area right here, price has been consolidating at this area in the key resistance zone, right? So if you look back to my Sunday video that I did on gold, you'll realize how I said to trade price whenever it's in a consolidation zone, right? So watch me now. So this is what I did this morning to make a little quick profit, right? So this morning, all I did was this, right? All I did was this. Price shifted from here, right? Shifted from here, from that key resistance, retest, created a lower high, and then what I did was to enter from here down here, right? And that shows you the quick little profit that I made on the Home Depot this morning, correct? But what I'm saying now, in terms of those long-term investors, right? In terms of those long-term investors, this is what you're going to do. Watch me now. Prices in this consolidation zone. We already established from the financial statement that Home Depot is really doing good, right? So therefore, this is going to continue to go up. But what it's going to do is this. It's going to do this first, right? Going to come here, hit this minor support here, and then go up here. So if once price hit here, we're on the 8.4, once price hit here on the 8.4, then you can just look to go in back for your buy and to play this consolidation here until price decide to go above it. Once price go above this consolidation area, the next move would be this, right? Wait for it to break through that key resistance, retest, create a higher low, then you can continue for your buy. Do not just jump up when price make this impulse. Wait for it to retrace, right? Create a higher low, right? Create a higher low, then you can continue up for your buy. But for now, we're playing this consolidation here. I want it to hit this minor support, and then we can go in for our buy. Hope you got some value from the quick review of Home Depot third quarter earnings report, right? If you have any financial statements or any charts that you'd like to see me cover, please comment below and I'll surely assist you. If you have any questions, just hit me up on social media or send me an email and I will get back to you. Big up everyone and enjoy the rest of your day.